All right, so my name is Haavisto. I work as a talent partner at Columbia Road. We are a digital sales consultancy. Well, Hivers, they've always been quite active in our recruitment channels, which is a really nice thing. And once a year, we open up Columbia Road's recruitment channels to these newer professionals so that they can join us as associate consultants. And we've been lucky enough to have a lot of Hivers apply, and they have really impressed us in the interviews with their kind of self-starting attitude and their, of course, also technical skills. I would say that a lot of Hivers are career shifters, so they often have a lot of useful skills from their previous careers, professional skills that can be transferred into any context. And that really shows in their way of thinking, like the maturity of thinking. And they might even have a lot of knowledge from another field of business, which is really interesting and also useful as a consultant, because the more you know about different fields, the better. Yeah, well, Hivers are fun to onboard in the way that they are incredibly motivated and super hungry to learn. They are enthusiastic and want to get their hands dirty as soon as possible in a project. Sometimes even to the point where we have to kind of be a little bit mindful that the work-life balance and everything is kept on a healthy level. But they are always willing and excited to learn, to try out, to experiment. So I would say it's been a pleasure onboarding them. And they also pose a lot of good questions, which I appreciate. I would say it's actually a type of environment that suits Hivers quite well. Hivers are self-starters. They take initiative. And that is one of the core elements of being successful in an environment like this. As a community-led company, there is nobody to micromanage you or tell you what to do. Instead, you're sort of expected to look at the full picture. What does the community need? What does my client need? And take action based on that. So they have the skills from the school, from the collaborative learning to do that. And also then the ability, the bravery to ask questions when they don't know something and look for the help. So I would say this has been a good environment for a lot of Hivers. They have a lot of good people skills, and they have the technical knowledge to learn more technical skills. I would say Hive gives you, to my understanding and from what I have seen, the skills to learn. And that is in any job, really important. You need to take on, especially in the field of consulting and in the field of software development, there's always a new technology, there's always something new. So they have the skills to, in a client project, take on new things fast and then be able to deliver whatever is needed. Self-starter, I would say people person, people skills, learning skills, but also community-minded. So a Hive, as it is, as a school, is a community, and there's very much this sense of us and doing things together. Always when I visit, I really love the atmosphere at Hive and the kind of collaborative spirit. So I would say that is something quite emblematic of Hivers. I would say the most common one inside Columbia Road is just that they are super active in contributing to our work community and our culture. There's rarely an event or an activity or a sport where it's they aren't involved in creating the event or somehow being a part of it. So I would say they've been as any roadie, they also inject their own personality and their strength into the culture. So that's kind of the feedback I have gotten. Yes, I would. I would say that you are getting someone highly motivated, someone who has a hunger to learn, to develop things. But you and they are not, Hivers are not afraid of new challenges. But I would say they will also challenge you and your way of thinking. So to any employer, like, be ready for that, embrace that, because they will look at how you do things and they will not be satisfied with this is how it's always been done. They will question things and they will strive to improve things. So be ready to have those conversations and really like appreciate that.